Well, you know, it's something Christianity got wrong. They told you to have faith, but what they didn't tell you to have was faith in your word. I realized that, they tell you to, what do they say? Leave your voice for positive things, right? If there's people in your life who you know are abusive, don't waste your time or don't waste your breath. That's what they tell you. I'm here to tell you to waste your breath. There's a lot of evil things happening in the world right now. And the reason why it's happening is because everybody held their breath. People sat back and waited for people to change. And all they did was become worse because you held your breath. And you sat back and you watched it. And I'm not speaking just for the person who's been elected president the second time. Because it's worse now. It's worse now because people held their breath. People didn't say anything. And it's a lot of that happening right now. A lot of it. You understand? And I feel I've never felt so amazing in my life. It's the first time in a long time. I feel great. You understand? And it has everything it's like, I can understand the Mashiach now when he flipped over the table in the banks. I can see it now. Because I realize now a lot of people are the way they are is because you silent. You're not going to say anything. But I took a hard look at the last chapter of the Bible. The Quran has the same chapter. The Talmud has the same chapter. And call it Revelations. You understand? But what I understand is that's what, I don't want to say that's what everyone's afraid of, because I'm not anymore. But I realize, anytime, Edward Snowden come to testify, and he say his revelation, the whole world went mad. You read Revelations right now. Turn the computer off right now and go read Revelations. Your world will go mad. That's the same thing for the Quran too. When I say both those books need to be carried together like fraternal twins. You understand? For real. For real. All honesty, you understand? All three of them. All of them. And it has everything to do. That's why everybody afraid of Revelations now. See, what's going to happen is, I can see now, we've been given this voice, and you don't want to use it. And I realize the reason why you don't want to use it because there's a lot of filters inside of us, I can see the filters. You got filters between us and the phone, filters between us and courts. You know what I'm saying? And there was a part of me that realized, listen, I'm going through a gang stalking situation, right? And I think it has everything to do with the fact that I went to college for criminal justice. And the voice in my head, they had the right to remain silent, and became upset that you used everything they said against them in your court of law. Because listen, If you've seen a lot of the videos I've put up in the past couple days, that is 5 years worth of videos on my phone that I've had to deal with a racist brother my family looked the other way at, and they still look the other way. I'm going through the equivalent of Emmett Till right now, you understand? And it's because, like, it's racism. I don't want to say racism, but the only way I can explain it is in a documentary I saw in college called Macho Paradox by Jackson Katz. And in it, he explained, like, look how, if you look at the shade of Aladdin and look at the shade of Jafar, it matters. It really matters. And I realized some of us get, like, shaded into the Luciferian character against our will just because media and television made it so. And now, like, these white people in my family is so racist and threw all this dirt in my name, took all this time away from me, that I realized even if I won, they're gonna be happy all the time they took away. But what they don't understand is they did a lot more damage to themselves than they did to me. That much I'm aware of, if you understand. Because I understand they had the same mentality as the rest of America. They have that NPC mentality. We only see one direction. They ain't read the other books we reading out here. We reading the material out here they tell us not to read. And it goes back into, like, the Navy SEAL training, when they train people how to be snipers. You understand? They tell you to read the books first. They're like, read the math books, read the statistics, trigonometry, calculus. And you just, like, doubting yourself, like, what the hell is this gonna do? This ain't gonna do nothing to my brain. These people crazy. And then, like, you finally read the books and you put the books down and your eyes evolve. And you don't even understand how. It don't even make sense to you. But it makes perfect sense now how you can see everything on a 4-dimensional plane. You understand? We took in the words. We ingested the word so bad, English language bores us. We want a new level. You understand what I'm saying? It's beautiful. And that's how the creator is. Like, this dimension we living in, whatever created this dimension in our souls, in the water, in the fire, it sees everything in 5th dimension. Everything. And it's going to be a beaut. I can feel great energy rising. That's why I told you the other day, remember I said, praise the great fall. Because it is in the great fall that we're going to feel great rising. You can't say great rising, because as soon as you say grand rising, you're basically telling yourself you ascended already. You don't want to do that. You want to prostrate and put yourself mentally in a subservient mentality, so much so that you are prostrating down to the bottom of the ground down there with the worms. Which is why they're even on their stomach. You understand? The snakes are on their stomach. All of them prostrated down to the ground. Beautiful. Beautiful. You understand? But thank you for watching. Tell me what you think. And as always, happy knowledge hunting.